My name is Douglas Smith, and I'm from Natchez, Mississippi. Started when I was very young. I had a birthday present of a flight that was given to me by my father from a friend of mine who happened to be, who flew in World War II with the Flying Tigers. Little did I know at that time. So I was hooked on flying at that point, but never went into general aviation until I was 55. So here I am. I'm older than that now. I'm not going to say how old, but significantly older. And it's been my hobby since that time for almost 17 years now. Well, I bought this plane for the mission that I fly, which is from my home to the mountains in Colorado. And that particular plane was the one that could do the mission without a fuel stop. And plus I'm flying at the flight levels. And this plane was very capable, but it had been used heavily and things were kind of coming apart. And I realized, at first when I bought it, I thought the interior was perfect. But the longer you have something, you realize what the little defects are. Things started to come off, things started to sag, things looked dirtier than they normally would be, and I wanted the plane to really reflect really what I was about and what I liked. And so that's what led me to the new interior. And a friend of mine said that if he was going to have his plane done, that he would come here because of the quality of the work that y'all do. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I did this interior. I was referred by a friend who hasn't worked for you. You have not done a job for him yet, but he's seen your work, and he'd seen a lot of the planes that y'all have done that go through the sales department there. And he says, this is the place to take it. He didn't even put a second choice. So, and when Mark tells me this is the place to go, I trust him because he sees a lot of planes. And he sees other people's work, and he says, this was the place I needed to come. So this is why I'm here. I didn't look anywhere else. This is probably one of the most professional setups I've ever seen. From the initial consultation, which I was just coming over to see if this was really the right fit for me, and before I knew it, I had already made that decision within the first three or 4 minutes, and within a half hour, we had the full design made. And the process was so easy. Y'all made it so easy. Because you listened to what I was going for, and you brought other elements in that I hadn't even thought about, and I feel like this was a collaboration. It wasn't something that I drove, it's not something that you drove, that I felt like we listened and worked well together. Toward the end of the design consultation, I remember Ceci looking at Oscar, and he says, "We've never done one like this before." And I went, "Okay, is that good or is it bad?" From what I see today, it was good. I love it. I want to take it home, but I don't want to take it to the paint shop. It looks good enough. You exceeded my expectations. And when you do that, that's a sign of a good organization. So it's way exceeded my expectations, the fit and the finish, the colors, and being a novice to where, I don't work in the fashion industry, I don't work in interior design. I kind of know what I like, but knowing how to get to that point, I don't know how to get there. But y'all made that process seamless, and I think it couldn't have turned out any better. you know, I'd have to say just how easy it was. I mean, you gave me several choices. I kind of had a direction I was kind of going in, and I wound up not going there because you gave me better alternatives. And that once again, that collaboration made the difference in the product, I think, because stuff that you did, and there was one thing that we'd never talked about that Oscar did, and I absolutely love it, is that we took the red out of the interior, which is part of the paint scheme on the outside, and he brought it back in on the yokes. And I noticed it right away when I went in. I said, it would have been naked without it. And the leather wrap yokes are beautiful, and it has its own signature on it now. It tells you what the plane is. So I love it. I just appreciate you making my dream come true. You know, this is a traveling machine, and we spend a lot of time in the airplane, over about 100 to 150 hours a year. That's a lot of time sitting in a small confined space. Now it's going to feel like a luxury. I can't wait for the first long flight, because I had to carry a lumbar support that I would halfway through, like a 5-hour flight, I would have to wedge it down behind my back to be comfortable. I don't think I'm going to need that. Yeah, because when I sat on the rear seat, I went, this is going to do fine. Yeah, it's going to be great. Whoa. Wow. Oh my gosh. This looks like a brand new plane. Smells like one too.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. The yolks turned out beautiful. I think you did a great job on those. This is as clean as it's ever been. And I have cup holders. You know, that's probably the thing I'm going to enjoy the most. That's great. The storage cabinet looks wonderful. Everything is integrated. It's such a cleaner, much cleaner look.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, this doesn't look like my plane. The stitch work, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I want to sit in one of the seats here and see what they feel like. Oh, this is comfortable. Mm-hmm. This is nice. Okay, so pull the how does the cushion come out? Wonderful, because that's gonna make loading so much easier. Yeah, the thing that I thought was the poorest show of the plane was the steps. Now when you drop the steps, it's inviting. I love the lights because I mean, you don't have that little nozzle thing hanging down. Some of them. I think this would I think this is better than what they're putting in the M700s. Well, Oscar, you're a magician. This is beyond my dreams.